classified offense. 69. Offense. He was giving them the business. Go back there. Hold on.
This is the Five Arms and a Lucky Fin podcast.
Welcome to the Five Arms and a Lucky Fin podcast. I'm your host, Brendan McCormick, a.k.a. B-Mac, a.k.a. the leader, a.k.a. the ones that responds to your TikTok comments.
True.
That you guys hate me for. And my partner, of course, the viral sensation, David Soloway. He is for the people. The people are for him. David, the people are angry about my Big 12 take from our college football talk. They are mad. They are angry.
Yeah, I mean, the people don't like your takes, and, you know, we've all been there. All of us don't like your takes.
Yeah,
So
they've been pretty bold lately.
yeah, I mean, as we talked about the other night, the Big 12, when all this conference realignment happened, they set themselves up as a basketball conference. And I think it's kind of looking like we were right on that take at the very least.
Yes, we were definitely right on that take. I have responded multiple times and have said that. I've said basketball conference.
They set themselves up to be a basketball conference. And you know what? That's smart.
It's very smart. Of course, we're talking college basketball today. But David, as I was editing the Kevin Overton clip that I made, which took very long, I will say, for little clips. I was watching.
Crazy.
Yeah, 1 a.m. Yeah, it's pretty wild. Felt very motivated by his 29-9 performance, so I was like, I'm just going to create this real quick. I was very proud of that work. If you guys haven't seen it, go check out our Instagram. It is out on there, and also on our TikTok. Give us a follow, 5ALF Podcast. So shout us out on there. Follow us, comment, see our latest takes. But yeah, I mean, it was took me some time. And, as I was watching the TV, I see ESPN promoting the NBA. And, I was, dabbling in it a little bit. And I realized how bad the NBA is. Giannis is pissed off apparently and wants to go to the Knicks. So, that's the latest news that I've heard. And then, let's just get traded every year and play no defense. And, yeah, I just think it's a terrible product right now. Terrible product for the program.
Yeah, it's not a great product. It hasn't been a great product in 10 years. Everybody said that the Warriors dynasty in the 2015 era was killing basketball. It turns out it was actually great for basketball.
Yeah, I
And
agree.
ever since they ended, and in the bubble, that kind of ruined everything. It's been kind of downhill since COVID, I guess. LeBron going to the Lakers, Kobe dying. It's been a bad time.
Did you see the clip of LeBron talking to the Suns bench?
Of course not. Why would I ever even try to find that clip?
There's some drama
NBA
on it.
Sucks.
It does.
You know what? You said the word drama there. That is what the NBA is. It's not a basketball league. It's a drama league.
Okay. Drama league.
Yeah,
I agree with that.
It's the modern WWE.
Okay.
It's just dudes who want to be online and engagement farm and watch random clips.
I love it. I love this take.
They're out there doing that with the NBA because there's always some outrageous story that's happening. Lately, it's been Giannis, and before that, earlier this week, it was Chris Paul. Gets cut from the Clippers in his farewell tour season. That's just it's made for the internet, and I'm not one to be on the internet like that, so I can't handle the NBA.
No, I mean, I finally got out of it this year. The past several years, I mentioned to you, I don't know why you don't watch the NBA, and now I know why. It's a very, 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 very terrible product, and I don't know how they make so much money, David.
I mean, TV rights deals, and it's still very popular.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's the number 2 sport anymore.
What's the number 2 sport?
I think baseball's back.
Oh,
Yeah, for sure.
you know what? You know what's on the rise too? Actually, to me as a sports fan, I think it's on the rise. NHL. Could be wrong about this.
I agree with you. I think the NHL is very
But
close to overtaking the NBA.
yeah. I mean, slowly, but I mean, with their deal with ESPN Plus, I can easily access an NHL games, and I will
Really
say
easy
it
to
is a
watch now.
breeze.
Yeah.
And seeing some dudes just hit each other and throw off the gloves and just go, just wail it out. I mean, that is entertainment at its finest. I will say
Sometimes
that.
that's all you want to watch. You just want to watch
Yeah,
some dudes hit each other.
exactly. That's why I dabble a little bit in the UFC, see what's going on under there
Same.
sometimes.
Yep.
Just, see what's people are throwing haymakers at each other.
What do
Anyways,
you
we're
think
not talking.
about No, we're not moving
Okay.
on yet. What do
Okay.
you think about the product of basketball since analytics have gotten involved in the game? Is it better or is it worse that teams are shooting only threes?
My take is that it's made it worse. Made it worse. 100%.
I
There will
agree.
never be a Shaquille O'Neal again. There will never be another Shaq. And that makes me extremely sad. He was
There
one
will
of the
never be
most.
another Kobe.
No,
Kobe
there won't
lived
be.
in the mid range.
100%.
Turnaround fadeaway Jays. Those don't
Mhm.
exist anymore.
This is bread and butter. Bread and butter.
Yeah.
He hit
Now
so
you
many
shoot
game winners
now you shoot that shot, your ass is getting benched.
if you miss it. I don't know if
I think some coaches might be pissed if you make it
it's
because
wild.
it's not the right shot.
So just dunks and threes?
Yeah, right around the rim and threes. That's all they want to do these days. Teams shooting 60 threes in a game should be illegal.
Yes.
It's not
Yes.
fun.
No.
They're good, so they make a good percentage of them,
Right.
but they're also going to miss more than they make, and that's you're just running back and forth 3 point to 3 point line to jack up a shot and miss it. No,
I
not my
mean,
basketball.
yeah, that's not my basketball either. It's hard because we grew up right before that era of analytics, and it was really fun to watch, especially the Spurs teams and early LeBron,
Dude,
Derrick Rose.
The Spurs teams, those teams would not. Those
No,
teams cannot exist in today's NBA.
no, sadly not. I wish it was different, but I don't think it will ever change. I think the analytics is here to stay for the NBA, sadly.
I I th- I think so too, but I'm not 100% sure. Baseball analytics were ruining baseball about 20 years ago is when that started. It's turning
Yeah,
back to not relying on
I
analytics.
love it. Yeah,
And
I
it's
don't.
gotten better. They added pitch clock. They changed rules, and I think that's what the NBA is going to have to do. They're going to have to change some rules.
Spoiler alert, we interviewed a pitcher and he was talking about how on the velo there are some orgs, he didn't name the exact org, smart by him, but that if you don't hit a certain velo that they don't even care what you
Yeah,
throw. That's wild.
yeah.
Like I get the power, but you have to be accurate. You could throw
I
100
mean,
miles an hour and it goes sky high past the
v-
catcher's hand.
velo is hard to hit, but you know what else was hard to hit? When Greg Maddux was dotting 88 on the black on the outside corner. That's hard to hit too.
They don't understand. You need to
No,
tell them.
no.
Because I agree with you 100%. I love Maddox, man. I love
Same. I
Maddox
love
as a
Maddux
pitcher.
too.
I know. Can I tell him?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, one of David's sons is named after, Craig Maddox. So his name is Maddox. So fun fact.
Hey, did you get my Christmas card?
I did. I was actually going to shout it out. I really appreciate it. It looks great. Family looks healthy.
Did you read it?
Yeah, I did. Breaking news.
Breaking news.
news. In your life. I don't know if you want to share the pod, but yes, I saw it.
Another boy. We're
Another
gonna
boy.
be 3 boys deep now.
Yeah. I mean, you always wanted a basketball team, so
I was
we're
one of the
working our
basketball team. We are well on our way to the basketball team.
yeah, we are working the way there. And I love the name. Love the name. Wanted to shout that out.
I'm trying to create one of the greatest pitching staffs of all time.
Hey, I think you're on track. I think
Yeah,
you're
we're on the
very
way
on
there.
track for that. Yeah. Just, one kid at a time. That's all you can do, right?
That's right. Well,
I'm
unless
just
we have
gonna
two the next time.
Oh, that's true.
Could be
Twins can
two.
always have, yeah. I mean, shoot, man.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna name my kids after different planes. So, I
I
have
like
Jet
that.
right now. I'm thinking
I like
about
that.
like A130 next, or
I
like,
like that a lot.
yeah, like
B2 bomber.
yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
something
dude.
like that.
That'd be awesome. 767. Boeing.
Hey, never
That's
know.
not a bad
Never
name.
know. It's really not. Can you imagine? Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez.
I would love that.
All right. Well, let's talk some college basketball, David. I would say one of the bigger games that has happened in Big Ten, talking Big Ten play first, was Illinois versus UConn. Illinois lost. UConn looks good.
Illinois, UConn. That happened weeks ago, didn't it?
It happened Friday, so probably
it?
shortly. Yeah,
Dude, that feels
shortly
like
after our last
weeks ago.
episode. I know it
was like
does.
so long ago.
It is a while ago.
Wow.
But
Yeah, no,
I mean,
you know what was big in that game and what's big for UConn? UConn got their leading scorer back who was out injured and when they lost that game to Arizona a couple weeks ago. And they got their 5-star freshman, Indiana Mr. Basketball, Braylon Mullins, back.
I
He's good to
forgot
go.
about him. I don't know how I forgot about him.
Yeah, and they
I saw highlights
Connecticut
of
actually
him.
just won at Allen Fieldhouse this week
Yep.
too, and he scored 17 off the bench.
Man,
They're going to be dangerous with them two back.
it would have been nice to have him. We'll say that. Would have been nice to have him.
Would have
on
been
an
nice to have a
Indiana
coach
jersey.
who cared about recruiting
Yeah.
the state.
Definitely. Shout out Woody. Shout out Woody for creating that,
Yep.
Shout out Woody for, hurting the program. Hurting the program, Woody. What are you doing? Michigan State also looks solid, David. Beat down Iowa yesterday, 71-52. That was a good game at home for Michigan State to open up Big Ten play. Looks like Fears had 14 points and dropping 6 assists. And then you had Carr with 15 and 5. And then Kohler with 12 and 11. Man, it's a pretty spread out scoring there for the Spartans. That Michigan State right now, David, good.
Really good. Yeah.
Yeah.
They've already got like 4 quad 1 wins.
Yeah.
Because they beat Arkansas earlier in the year, Kentucky,
Forgot about that.
UNC,
Yeah.
and Iowa. And Iowa, obviously, we talked about Iowa last week. You're big on Ben McCollum. Iowa's looked good up to this point, but this was their first real test against a top caliber team. And it was at Michigan State, so who knows what happens if they don't have a return game this year. But Iowa could
I still think they make the tournament.
Yeah, they're going to be good. They're going to win their home games. But Michigan State is hard to beat right now.
Yeah, it's the first Big Ten game. You can't, read too much into it, as I like to say. USC won on the road at Oregon, 82-77. It's pretty okay win. I mean, it's hard to win in Oregon. So,
yeah, Oregon hasn't been great this year. They've actually lost 4 in a row now. Because they lost all 3 games in the Players Era Festival last week.
Gotcha. Yeah, that's great.
You're right. It's still a road game in the Big Ten or in the Pac-12, whatever conference you want to call it.
Yeah.
So
we just poached
a win
their
on the
best
road
programs.
is a win on the road.
I mean, Mazzara too dropped 25, shot 50%.
Yeah, he did.
Had 4 rebounds, 3 assists. He is impressing me this year. He really is.
Yeah,
he hasn't had
it's just
much
too bad
help.
He can't be a little bit more composed. I think it was in the championship game in Maui last week. He got a tech.
Kofi
He
had
like hit a
17
three
though.
and had a tech. It's like,
Yeah.
just rein it in a little bit.
I like the cockiness though.
Yeah,
You got to rein
but
it in. I agree, but I mean, you have to be
like,
confident.
yes, but use it in a good manner. Like, you can't be
Yeah,
getting techs. Like a couple years
I
ago, he
agree.
got thrown out of Auburn's first round game. We can't have that.
No, especially when you're a very important player.
Right. We
I
can't have
forgot
that.
about that.
Yeah, that was
I
big too.
totally.
They ended up losing to Yale.
Jeez, yeah, that's right. Man, can't be doing that. Let's touch on our Hoosiers, David. I think
Yeah, you
the
watched the game. I want to
honeymoon
know what you think about the team after the game, because I didn't get to watch.
at all. Like you didn't watch any of it. Like not even like
I
a
have not
second.
seen a highlight. I did not watch a single second.
Okay.
That's why I said you text me something about a foul, and I said I'll take your word for it. I guess
I
I
thought you
wasn't
were
watching.
like, I don't. I felt like the effort for the Hoosiers was questionable at times. It was questionable. And I get it. It's the first away game in Big Ten play. And I get it that it's a new team. Everyone's new on the roster, gelling. We just looked a little sluggish, like just slow. Like they had the first step every time they would drive to the basket. Sicily was missing easy jumpers and easy finishes around the rim. It just looked off. And on the defensive side of the ball, we kind of let them do what they wanted. And the Golden Gophers connected. They connected well, actually in that game. And I want to shout out a player right now from Minnesota because I was very impressed with them. A Cade Tyson, 6'7" guard. First of all, it has him on here from Monroe, North Carolina. I mean, he had a game, had 17 against the Hoosiers, and he is just rolling right now. 17 and 8, 3 assists. Did have 5 turnovers, so you might want to calm that down. But he's averaging, I mean, 21.8 points a game, 4.7 rebounds, 1.9 assists. I mean, he's very impressive. And he has that long arching, shot like Larry Bird did. And I don't normally say that, but he's got a long arching shot. And I felt like at times, because we know basketball is a game of runs, that when we weren't scoring, it was like we were almost panicking. And you can't have
Yeah,
that. You just can't. And so the player that, I mean, he had the most points for Indiana, Connerway, was the most impressive player, and DeVries struggled. Tucker. He was 3 of 13 from the field, 9 points, 3 of 10 from 3. He just looked off. And then Wilkerson struggled, 5 of 14. So this is my question for the Hoosiers moving forward. Because basketball game is a game of runs, and when you're not scoring, what is your reaction? Because you can't just cave like they did. There are a lot better teams in the Big Ten than Minnesota that we're going to go into, aka Louisville. You gotta be ready for these type of games. This is Indiana basketball. This isn't, I know they came from smaller programs, but Indiana basketball wants to play the best and beat the best. We always have. Now I'll say in the past we haven't always scheduled the best, but this year's a lot different. We are playing several good teams outside of conference, including
biggest
Louisville and
test still
Kentucky.
coming. Yep.
Yeah. So I'm not going to overreact too much. I do think there is one player that they need to go into a lot more. And that's Sam Alexis here. Sam Alexis came from Florida, has that championship DNA from last year's team. He is usually the sixth man, usually is the first person off the bench. And I definitely just feel like the Hoosiers need to utilize him more. I don't think we are quick to put him in the times when we're not scoring, because when he's in the game, he's able to stretch the floor more for Tucker and Wilkerson and these other people. He knows how the game flows. So I just feel like he did play 19 minutes, so I can't say, and he had 10 points, 5 of 7, but I just feel like I don't think you should start him because I think he fits so well at that
I
sixth
agree.
man position.
Energy guy off the bench. Yep.
But there's got to be a better way if he's 5 of 7 from the field and you're struggling to score with your best players to give him the ball.
I agree, but don't you think maybe DeVries should score more than 9 points?
Yes.
And
He's our best player, without a doubt.
Wilkerson wasn't
Anyone would say that.
terrible.
Anyone would say that if you're an Indiana fan. He's the best player on the team.
He should be. He's been bad the past 2 games.
Yes. I know.
Not past 2 games, but he struggled against Kansas State last week and then struggled here as well. Can't have that.
No.
And then Connerway, I obviously didn't watch the game, but he only played 23 minutes and he still had 18 points.
Yeah.
And 4 steals. But he was in foul trouble.
Enright too played 35 minutes and only had 3 points and 1 shot.
Yeah,
I know he's the facilitator.
He's not a scorer.
Like,
he's an energy guy.
I get it, but you got to put the ball in the hoop at some point when you're out in the court.
He had 7 assists.
I've seen
7 assists every night out of him.
I know. I said he's the facilitator, but like you got to score a little more than 3.
Yeah, but also if he hits a couple threes and we play any semblance of defense, we win this.
There was none.
Because what I'm looking at the stats here is we had 2 blocks as compared to their 7 blocks. They shot 58% from 2-point range, meaning they probably were getting a bunch of easy layups.
Yes, they were cutting like crazy and getting burnt. I mean, they were getting burnt.
Like you just can't have that. They also had more free throws than us, and I know part of that is they were up late in the game, so we were fouling. But it just seems like they got inside on our defense and took advantage of it.
They did. I don't know if you want to go back and watch the highlights, but it was rough, and I felt like the honeymoon period was over. But I liked how Coach DeVries talked in the post game. Was like, basically like we know the feeling now. We know the feeling of what it is to lose. And I think that's important, and because when you come out of obviously a loss, it's going to be really telling to see what their first reaction is.
I agree, but it's tough that the reaction game is against a top 10 team in the country.
Don't matter. It don't matter.
And I'm all for this was their first true road game with this group of players. They're all new. First Big Ten game with this group of players. I'm all for that, but you can't lose to Minnesota. I don't care where. If you want to have the feeling of losing, Minnesota is on a first-year coach. They just had losses to San Francisco, Stanford, and Santa Clara. We're going to talk about Santa Clara a little bit later.
Yeah, we will.
Pretty good mid-major. San Francisco, not great. Stanford, they got one dude who we've talked about.
Yeah.
This is not a team you should lose to. I don't care where the game is. I don't care what the circumstances are. You can't lose this game.
Yeah.
Especially going into the Louisville game. The hype going into that game was going to be out of this world, especially on Saturday in Indy with the football team in the Big Ten championship game too.
Yeah.
We were going to paint the town red, which is unfortunate because both Louisville and Ohio State are also red. So it would have been kind of confusing.
Yeah.
Town's going to be red away. So that really wouldn't have worked very well. But there was going to be so much hype. And I think that the fan base is kind of lost a little bit of that hype because the team underperformed here against Minnesota.
I think it's what they needed, though. And that's going to sound weird.
I don't want that game to be the one they needed. I want to
hear me out.
I'd rather lose to a better team on the road where when we look back in March, it's not going to be a scar on our resume because this might be it's probably a quad 2 loss right now.
Yeah,
but
that's
Minnesota,
a scar.
We don't know what Minnesota's going to do. It could end up being like a quad 3 loss. It's not good.
No, it's definitely a scar. I mean, when the final score hit, there was some questionable calls by the refs There was.
But if you're that much better than another team, which we should be way
I
better than
agree.
them, it shouldn't
No,
matter.
yeah. I'm not blaming the refs fully, but there were some calls
No,
that
if you want to blame the refs, you can. I love blaming the refs.
No,
I'm already prepared to blame the refs for both games on Saturday.
Don't get me started. My phone will probably be off on Saturday during the football game because
You'll be cleaning a boat.
No, I will not be cleaning a boat. I will be trying to find a way to watch some balls. Is what I'm gonna be doing. Probably cleaning a boat, to be honest, but we'll see on that. We'll see. But yeah, I mean, I'm with you. It's a scar, but at the same time, you can't lose that game. I get that. But if this loss prepares us to go on a huge run, I mean, like 10-game winning streak, I'm all for it.
And it could. It really could. Because if we do beat Louisville on Saturday, and there's a chance Louisville's also coming off a loss, though, which we're going to talk about. They lost to Arkansas.
Yeah.
So both teams coming into this game off of that's their first loss too, right?
Yes.
Yes, their first loss too. So both teams coming off of their first loss.
Yeah.
If we win this game, there is a pretty decent chance we could pull off another winning streak because Kentucky doesn't look as good as we thought to start the season.
Makes me so happy.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Even though their 3 losses are to 3 like really good teams, so it's kind of hard to judge.
Right. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, hopefully they learn something from this and we're a little bit better Saturday, pull out that win, and then hopefully off to the races. I still have some faith. I like the brand of basketball we play. There's going to be nights in the Big Ten, no matter who your coach is, no matter how good you are, that you're going to lose games. Purdue is going to drop a game on the road at a team that they're better than this year.
I don't know.
Michigan State is going to drop a game on the road to a team that they're better than this year. It's just part of it. Purdue lost at Rutgers a couple years ago when they were the number 1 team in the country. Like
they did.
It happens. It's part of playing in the Big Ten. And Minnesota's not great, but the league is relatively deep.
I think we're really deep this year.
Yeah.
I think Big Ten is really deep this year.
Minnesota is the second worst team according to KenPom.
There's no way.
So that's where like having a loss is kind of
I do want to shout out their students. That might be one of the worst court stormings I've ever seen in my life. So I also
love court storming a program that has been nationally irrelevant for the past decade.
I was just about to say that. I was like, what are I mean,
I'm not one to say don't storm the court because you're a 20-year-old kid. Do whatever the hell you want.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, it's part of college, but
maybe hold it for when you play Purdue and beat them.
Yeah, we're not number 1. We're not even top 10. We're a top 25 team at 22.
And we're a top 25 team based on beating a bunch of bad teams. We did not really earn our ranking. We should not be ranked.
I still think we'll get a 6 seed. I'm not overreacting to this loss, but like you said, that is a great take of it is a scar on our resume to March. And so Hoosiers got to put it together. And I have faith. I do. They'll figure it out. We have a good team. We have a solid 6 seed team.
A good team and an experienced team, which I think is important, is that these guys are all older. Most of them are seniors. They'll bounce back from this.
And they all look pissed off. And sometimes when you're pissed off and angry, that's a great emotion to have moving forward. So, because you don't want to feel that way again. So, not really overreacting too much to that, but Big Ten play did open. Like I said, Purdue had their first Big Ten game against Rutgers. They won 81-65. Pretty dominant there. We talked about USC and Oregon and Michigan State's first game. Minnesota beat us. Wisconsin with their first dub, they won 85-73 against Northwestern. So that's interesting. Illinois, Ohio State, and Penn State, and Michigan, Nebraska, Maryland have not opened up yet. So very, very intriguing so far for the Big Ten.
I think all those teams open up this weekend. So
this weekend, okay,
yep.
Gotcha. You know what's weird to me, David? Real quick, I want to touch on this because I thought it was odd. The Big 12 doesn't start their conference play until January.
That's normal.
Is it?
That's how it used to be back in the old days until the Big Ten was like, let's add 4 more conference games and we got to find a place to put them. Oh, the only place we can put them is not around the holidays. We have to put them in the beginning of December.
I really didn't know that. That's
Yeah,
my
the like
bad.
2012 season, I want to say, we opened let me check. I got it here. We opened Big Ten play December 28th. So a little bit before January, but yeah,
Yeah.
used to be back in December.
You know, David, one of my favorite things that college basketball has is these tournaments, not tournaments, but challenges against each other. The ACC and the SEC challenge is happening. So there's been a lot of good basketball going on. You know, Auburn played NC State.
Before we get into that, I
Yeah.
want to get your take on this challenge. ACC SEC. It has replaced the ACC Big Ten Challenge, which is what we grew up with as kids.
Yeah.
Now,
right.
what ruined the ACC Big Ten Challenge,
Mm-hmm.
or Big Ten ACC, I don't even remember how we said it because it's been so long since we had the challenge. I don't even remember which conference came first. Big Ten ACC, ACC Big Ten. Don't know.
It was ACC Big Ten.
Okay,
You always go
cool. I
with
was
first.
saying it
yeah.
right, but I didn't.
You were.
I didn't know. Because
Right.
it's been a while.
Right.
We grew up with that as kids, and then the TV networks ruined it. They ruined it. They got rid of it, and that was one of the ACC Big Ten Challenge was one of the best. And now,
Yeah.
I mean, great for the SEC, but Big Ten's got no sort of challenges anymore. Even there for a while, we had the Gavitt games with the Big East, where we beat up on them every year.
Right.
We don't have that anymore.
That was actually a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was great. We got to play
Actually,
like Seton Hall one year. That was awesome.
I know.
I actually went to that game.
I actually think there should be a lot more challenges with conferences going against each other, and I think each year it should be different to make it fun and better for the fans. I love that we get 2 major conferences going at each other this early in the year. I love it. As a fan.
I agree.
It's fun. So like why not continue this with other conferences and then switch them around? Like I just think we're getting too complicated with TV deals and all this other shit.
All TV, dude. It's all TV because the only reason this one exists is that the ACC and the SEC are both owned by ESPN. And there's no other 2 conferences that are owned by the same TV network.
Gets me fired up, David, every time.
Yeah, it's a problem.
Every mother
TV networks have ruined college sports.
I agree.
It's the same
that
thing
is a
with
great
Game
take.
Day this weekend. Game Day is going to Bama, Georgia,
I
because
know.
ESPN is an SEC network instead of going to a 1 versus 2 matchup.
Yep. Yeah, it's
like, come on. Money has ruined the thing that we grew up loving. And you know what? Still love it, but in a different way.
Yeah, I'm with you. I do love it in a different way. Money has changed a lot of things since we were watching game. I feel like an old head at times, as the new kids say, with, how we watched college basketball and things like that back in the day. It's intriguing to me, like, now that NIL and everything else is happening in college sports, like, where would Tim Tebow go? I think about that type of stuff. Would he still go to Florida? I don't know.
It's a great question. I mean, he was from Florida, but that doesn't always matter these days either. Where you're from, you chase the bag.
Yeah. Anyways, I don't go off that tangent, but I have thought about stuff like that.
Also, Tim Tebow was getting paid.
Oh, for sure. So was probably
legal now. Johnny Manziel was getting paid. Like all these superstars that we know of from the past. You
think Joe Burrow's getting paid?
Joe Burrow was probably getting paid. Yeah.
Joe Burrow's getting paid. Odell?
JJ Redick back in 2006, Duke.
Oh, yeah.
He was getting paid.
What about Hansborough?
He was getting paid. They were all getting paid. They've all
agree.
done a really good job of saying they never got paid. They must have all
They've
signed
united on that.
NDAs. They're
Yeah,
good
they've
at it.
united. Yeah, they have united on that.
'Cause
You know, the whole
Promise you,
Manziel.
they were getting paid.
I mean, the Manziel documentary opened a world of like Pandora's box that I was
Yeah.
thinking. I was like, you're telling me someone would just leave jerseys in a permanent marker and then slide the money?
Mm-hmm.
I was like, that's pretty
Yeah.
funny. Anyways, Manziel documentary is on Netflix if y'all want to go watch it
Untold,
if you
right?
haven't.
Isn't that
Yes.
an Untold one?
Yeah. There's several Untold, and there's actually
Yep.
one with the Tebow's Florida Gators, so that was interesting as well. A lot of good ones actually on that Untold series. Anyways, NC State played Auburn last night. NC State looks bad right now. They can't guard a stick if it was even moving slightly. It is bad right now. I was high early on them in the season, like preseason, not early on. But I was also high on them early in the season.
You were high on them after they
yeah.
beat VCU. You said that
I
VCU was
was.
one of the best teams in the country just based on you thinking NC State was good.
I still think VCU is good. I think we'll see them in March.
I mean, yeah, they are good.
I think they're solid. I think we'll see them in March. But they and I have a bone to pick, David. I have a bone to pick with Darian Williams. I have a bone to pick. Your preseason ACC Player of the Year. You're picked to be the ACC Player of the Year preseason. You are coming off a great run that to the Elite Eight with Texas Tech, with a great Texas Tech team in JT Toppin, Kevin Overton, Darian Williams, Christian Anderson. That team was loaded. I mean, you had Kerwin Williams in the shooting threes, the doctor. I mean, you had Chance McMillan in the corner. That team was stacked. It was a great team. And of course, you decide to move on. Great. Happy for you. Life happens, portal happens, NIL happens. I get it. Go get the bag. I get it. Like, I'm not mad about it as a Texas Tech season ticket holder. I get it because that's what Tech's doing. So can't get mad about it. We're offering the bag to all these good athletes. So it is what it is. And you want to go show who you are without those supporting casts. And I get it because JT Toppin got $4 million and you want to go get your bag as well. But you go 4-11 and score 11 points in 33 minutes with 2 rebounds and 3 assists and 2 turnovers. And you're telling me that's the preseason ACC Player of the Year? Darian Williams, you are so much better than that. You are so much better than that as a player. So much better. That's why Will Wade went and got you.
Yeah, you're not wrong. And in their 4 games against high major competition, that's the Maui game, Seton Hall, Boise, Texas, and now this Auburn game, he's averaging 12.3 points per game. That's not what they're paying you for, buddy.
No, it's not.
You got to make some shots.
He knows that too. He's a good player, man. He is one of the reasons last year why I had so much confidence in that Tech team midseason. Because I told you, and I even told you to put a ticket in there.
Yeah,
but I had a Texas Tech Final Four ticket. I had a Texas Tech National Championship ticket last year. It went rough, but it almost paid off because Texas Tech was up with 3:30 to go against Florida. I think it was 11 points, and they blew it. Yeah, but at the same time, it made me feel good because I was right about them. I was right. They were a good team. They had the national championship team on the ropes. Don't come at me with that, David. I saw that little. They had them on the ropes. They didn't end up winning.
You can't say you were right.
I wasn't majorly wrong.
They were up by 10 with 5.5 left. They were up by 9 with 3 minutes and 14 seconds left.
Okay, I was 2 points off. I remember that game very vividly.
And they lost by 5.
Yeah. It was rough. That game was rough. I had a lot of emotions going there. I will say that. But he is so much better moving on from that. And then another good player that they went and got, Vin Allen, Lubin, only had 12 and 2 rebounds. I mean, I love Holloman, but if he's your second best scorer at 16, you're not going to win too many games.
Nope, you're correct. And the games before that, Holloman wasn't scoring, and they were still losing. So they got to figure out the recipe here.
They do.
And the recipe might just be Darian Williams. You got to step up. You
calling you out, man.
Guy.
He is the guy,
but he's not showing that he's the guy. He's got to.
I know.
Be the guy.
He's got to be the guy. But if there's any player in college basketball that I want to give the ball to in the last 30 seconds, it's him. Dude is ice cold in his veins. He is smooth with the game on the line. I enjoyed watching.
That's saying a lot since you're a Purdue lover.
Oh, here we go with the Purdue thing. I do think they'll go undefeated, and I'm sticking by that. I don't think they'll lose a game. I don't. I really don't. But we're not talking about Purdue, David. Let's move on to Auburn over here. Kevin Overton, former Texas Tech Raider as well, dominated. Played 38 minutes, 29 points, 8 of 13 of shooting, 6 of 9 from 3, and 9 rebounds. 0 turnovers. Dude had a game. Had an absolute game.
Yeah, he went off because this year, too, he hasn't been scoring like that.
No.
Averaging like probably close to 10, just eyeballing his points here.
Yeah.
And then out of nowhere, 29 points, 6 for 9 from 3. Big time game.
Big time game. And then we had another one. Louisville at Arkansas. Another good game.
Wait a second. Overton played for DeVries at Drake.
Yes.
Why isn't he in Bloomington?
I don't know.
Damn, dude.
I think we were one of his teams when he was in the portal.
I remember the name, yeah.
But I think at the time we were also trying to think on top of my head who we were trying to get.
Lamar, probably.
I think it was Sam Alexis.
Oh, they're different positions. There's no way.
Yeah, but I mean, NIL, it's a new era. He's probably looking at the budget. What he could offer, Kevin.
Yeah, but Sam Alexis didn't. Sam Alexis got maybe $300K. Maybe.
I think he got more than that, but to be honest.
He did not get more than that.
I think he did. I really think he did. Anyways, Louisville played Arkansas at Arkansas. Shout out to their facilities. My cousin got married around there, and I have a lot of family around there because my mom's from there, David, and they have all their facilities, the baseball field, the basketball arena, the football field. They're all lined up all next to each other down a road. It is very cool. And the university is actually on a hill. It's pretty crazy. Like, so as you like drive
Bloomington.
I'm getting there. So as you're driving like to the University of Arkansas, like it's just one big hill, and it's really cool. And then they have, forget what street it was, but it was very similar to Bloomington in the fields because there was one street just full of bars, and there was one bar that looked like the upstairs. Obviously not as great as the upstairs. It almost looked like a copycat, but the upstairs is legendary. And I was like, there's no way that could be better than the upstairs. So shout out the upstairs pub. We loved them. Anyways, before they were super popular. So I want to make that known.
Yep. I'm going to
now it's super popular. Yep. But Louisville and Arkansas did play each other. You know, Mikel Brown had 22. Brazel had 21. Both pretty efficient. Brown, though, only shot at 719. I mean, I guess that's not terrible, but that's not great at the same time.
Yeah, he went 2 for 13 from downtown, and Ryan Conwell, former Indiana State and Xavier great, Ryan Conwell.
Right.
went 3 for 12 from downtown. So if your two lead guards are combining to go 5 for 25 from downtown, probably not the best recipe for a win.
David, this is really telling, though. Do you see the box score for Louisville?
I'm looking at it.
Do you see their bench?
Did nothing.
Zilch. That is telling
6
because
points total.
they will have to step up if they play the Hoosiers. You can't have your starters play 29, 33, 34, 30, and 28 against top 10 teams or top 25 teams even when they play Indiana. You can't do that. You're not going to win a game. So I don't know Louisville too much in their approach, but you can't. That's wild to me. I'm assuming that's a coaching thing.
Yeah, it's interesting because I guess I missed a guy on the bench. They had 11 total points from the bench, but yeah, it looks like I'd have to watch them to see what their philosophy is offensively, but they only had 3 guys shoot free throws, and they shot 37 combined threes. It seems like they were just chucking, not trying to get in the lane and draw any fouls.
Yeah.
They still scored 80, but they couldn't stop Arkansas. So I'll be interested to see what their offense looks like on Saturday against Indiana to see if they even try to get inside the lane. Because based on these stats,
That's what I'm
they
saying.
weren't trying. They shot 64% from 2-point range.
That's what I'm saying, man.
But they just kept chucking threes instead.
Yeah.
And that's how basketball is backwards these days. If you got something that's working, keep going in there.
Yep. Absolutely. No, I mean, we could beat that to death, but I definitely agree with
They
you.
had this big dude. I obviously didn't watch the game. They had a big dude, Sananda Frew. He had 14 points and 8 boards. He went 7 for 9.
I see that. That's very telling.
Maybe keep feeding
Throw
him
it in
instead of your lead guard going 2 for 13 from 3.
This gets me extra confidence now for the Hoosiers.
Wow.
I don't know why, seeing this box score. I mean, it does.
I agree.
If you think,
obviously we didn't watch the game.
Yeah. But I mean, that's very interesting. And Arkansas was banged up. They only played 8 players.
Yeah, they did.
And they won the game. Like that's huge against a top 10 team. I mean, if you're Coach Cal, you got to pat yourself on the back for that one. That's impressive.
Good, yeah. Damn good win.
And I mean, Brazel had 8-11 shooting, 21 points, efficiency right there. Acuff struggled a bit, only shot 30% from the field, but had 17, 5, and 10. So I mean, that's impressive. 10 assists, 5 rebounds. I mean, that's very on pace.
Yeah,
for almost a triple double.
Freshman point guard.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like that's pretty impressive. Good win for Arkansas. I didn't watch it either completely, but looking from the box score, I mean that's a solid win. Shot 42% from the field and 33% from 3. I mean that's pretty.
Yeah, I think
pretty
people
solid.
are a little bit down on Arkansas. They haven't really
I do
beaten
too.
anybody other than Louisville.
Right.
But their 2 losses are Michigan State and Duke, who look like 2 of the best, maybe 5 teams in the country right now. So it's hard to fault them.
Yeah.
And both games were relatively close.
But I go back to, I mean, you can't compare apples to apples, and I'm not trying to, but there is a Cal and March just brings a different level of efficiency, and I think they'll make a run in March. They did last year.
When you say Cal in March brings a different level of efficiency, is that different level higher or lower than the standard efficiency?
It obviously depends. He's struggled a couple seasons, several seasons.
I'd say most years it's lower.
Probably. That's a solid take. But I mean, he's got new footing now. He's not, has this big, big old, boss around his neck all the time like he did at Kentucky. He's coaching free, feeling good. So, if you don't have Big Brother over your back all the time and the fans down your throat and you make the fans happy because you're winning basketball games, and Arkansas fans, they don't have the same expectations that Kentucky fans do. they are graced and thankful to have him as a coach. And it's very telling right now where we're at in college sports. I'm going to touch on it very quick, especially with coaches. These fans don't realize who they have until they're gone.
Is this a Penn State thing?
It's a Penn State thing. It's a Kentucky thing. It's definitely slided more towards those two programs right now. What I mean by that is I don't think Pope is the same coach as Cal in any capacity. I don't, and I know why you hired Pope, right? Because it was the safe alum play. Let's bring him in.
Yeah, because they swung and missed on their first 5 targets.
Exactly. That I'm calling them out.
Exactly what Penn State is about to do.
Exactly.
Maybe.
If you let go of a good coach, not great, I'm saying good. I would say Cal has been great throughout his 10 years that he's been coach and experience that he brings and recruiting that he's been able to do. And you go get this guy? That's the best you can do? And Penn State hasn't even hired someone.
Yeah, they might not ever.
So, like, before you make a big move at coaching, especially with someone who had been there quite a while, especially in the coaching realm, and brought you to the tournament, and I know the expectation in Lexington. I do. You want national championships, you want banners. But you have to, if you have consistency, I mean, I get it to a point of, because Franklin had the consistency of getting there, being top 25, and not winning when he had to. And I think Cal, in certain situations late at Kentucky, definitely struggled with that. And that's what kind of tilted
similar
it.
issues between the two.
But I would say Cal was just sick and tired of the fan base.
Yeah, but it gets to a certain point where the fans give up on a coach, and there's basically nothing that the coach can do to.
I agree.
To fix the situation.
But you just start over and just be terrible for 5 years and then try to get back to what you were. Like, that's what I'm trying to get at.
I'm agreeing with you here because we did this with Cream.
Yeah.
We were kind of just over him, and then he won the 2016 Big Ten title, and we were like, okay, I guess we're kind of back.
We're good. Yeah.
And then we sucked again the next year.
I love Coach Green.
And we just got rid of him. I love Coach Green too.
Yeah.
He's one of the best dudes ever. He's the best Indiana basketball coach of the past 25 years.
Yeah. I mean no one can
Calvin Sampson, better coach, but
yeah, I know. Yeah, man, don't get me started about that.
Yeah. But yeah, I agree. I agree with you because after we fired Crane, we went through 8 years of hell with, a couple. Since he's Woody. But
I think
I think that was Trace driven.
Yeah, no, Trace was the guy. Like the guy. He was so fun to watch that year. He was a lot of fun to watch. That is one of the most fun I've had watching an Indiana basketball team in a long time was that year.
One of the most versatile, dominant players ever without a jump shot.
It was so fun.
Jump shot.
No, and it was so fun to watch his footwork, his just domination, slamming at the rim.
Footwork, passing. Oh, he was so good.
It was so good. Didn't mean to go off on a rabbit hole, but I definitely had to discuss that because it crossed my mind every time I see Arkansas. I'm interested to see where they're at, as they get farther in SEC play. It's a little early. I'm not super high on Arkansas by any means, but they got my eye. I'm paying attention is what I'm saying.
I agree.
Definitely paying attention to what the results are of their game and who they're playing and who's scoring for them. So I'm very, very intrigued from their win when they played against Louisville. That was very, very telling. Trying to see who else played. Alabama and Clemson played each other. That game was closer than I think many thought. Alabama won 90-84. Alabama played at home. Who has Clemson played, David? Who has Clemson played? Because I'm curious by this box score, and I don't know what the spread was on this game. But, Alabama won by 6, but Clemson's not even ranked. right now.
Looks
Alabama,
like Clemson's got one good win and one bad loss.
huh?
They lost to Georgetown, but they beat Georgia, and Georgia.
Yeah,
I don't know if they're ranked currently, but they are number 21 at Ken Palm, for whatever that's worth.
that's interesting. 21, huh? Clemson,
No, Georgia.
Georgia.
Clemson's
Okay.
22.
That's still interesting, huh? I just didn't think Clemson would be. I mean, they weren't really talked about this year for like preseason and things like that.
They haven't really been talked about the past few years, and they've been good.
Huh. That's interesting. When a team kind of flies under the radar.
Yeah.
That's very, very interesting. They do not go to their bench. I mean, they go to their bench actually a little, I mean, quite a bit, honestly. I mean, one of their players had 12 points, Foster, 5 of 17. I mean, that's not great efficiency, but still played 26 minutes. Like, they go to their bench quite a bit. I mean, their leading scorer had 19. It's kind of spread out. Godfrey did. And Hunter had 13 and 5, played 33 minutes. So I mean, they move guys around. That's interesting. I'll have to continue to keep my eye on that team because I mean, you play at Alabama, and you only lost by 6.
Big game on Tuesday for Clemson that you can watch. They play against BYU.
Oh, the basketball conference.
Yes, that's right.
The basketball conference
In Madison Square Garden, I believe that's the Jimmy V Classic.
Oh, that'll be fun. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'll definitely have
that'll
to
be
tune in for that. That's very. I'm very intrigued by Clemson now that they're like been decent and now flying under the radar. No one's talking
Oh, yeah.
about them. I get
Yeah.
it, they're in the ACC, but like, I don't know. That's
Yeah, the
just
ACC's been
interesting to
down
me.
the past few years too,
Yeah, that's true.
other than Duke.
Who's Alabama's best player? Is it Phelan?
LeBaron Philon, yeah.
Yeah, he had 29 points, 9 of 17. I need to tune in and watch some Alabama. I mean, I know Nate Oates drives me crazy the way
I
he
need to
acts on the
tune in and
sideline.
watch some college basketball.
I know, man. Gotta tune in. But I mean, good win for Alabama. It looks like, and very close game. Nothing really stands out to me on the box score that's like extremely abnormal in any sense. I mean, Alabama shot 47% from the field, 35% of 3, and then Clemson really struggled from the 3. They only shot 4 of 19 as a team, 21%. That's pretty rough.
Yep.
But they did shoot 71 twos. So David, I don't think they're very analytically driven for the threes. If that makes you happy to watch.
Oh,
them.
they shot 52 twos, 71 total shots.
Oh, from the field. Yeah. You're right.
Yeah.
My bad. Might be on that. I was reading the box score too heavily, I guess.
Hey, though,
me.
Clemson with 4 3-pointers made and Alabama with 12. It's hard to overcome that difference.
Yeah, that's true.
It's 24
that's
more points from downtown.
Yeah.
Got to be able to make your threes.
No, for sure. You really do. You really do. And then Vanderbilt beat SMU. Vandy ranked 17th.
Yeah, dude, that was a weird matchup to look at.
Yeah.
In an SEC ACC challenge. Because like Vandy's obviously Vandy's been in the SEC, but they were ranked.
Yeah.
That part was weird. And
right.
then them playing SMU for a challenge against the ACC was like, hold on, that's breaking my brain a little bit.
SMU too only played 8 players, David. You would think with the SMU money that they would be able to create a better team.
Why would you want more than 8 players? What good team ever has had more than 8 players?
I mean, I don't know on top of my head. I'd have to look into that.
I think that it's a sign of a good team if you only have 8 players that you want to play.
But Indiana plays almost, I would say, 10 players.
No. Well, who did we play last night? We played 8 players. Yeah.
We did?
Miles didn't even play. I mean, Ristich came in for 3 minutes. That doesn't
Oh,
count.
that's right. Yeah, that doesn't really count.
Yeah, the only 3 guys off the bench were Alexis, Sisley, and Dorn.
What's very telling from the box score with SMU again is their scoring. It's pretty evenly across the board. Besides one of their guards had 6, but I mean, the other guard had
I mean, they got blown out.
right,
It's
but
hard
I
to
mean,
take too much here.
yeah, good win for
They do
Vanderbilt
have-
though at home.
They have a dude named Boopy.
Yeah, I see that.
Boopy Miller. That's unreal. I might
They-
have to watch one of their games just to watch.
They do have a
Boopy.
guy named Boopy.
That's awesome.
Boopy Miller. Shout out him, Boopy Miller.
But yeah,
Chicago
2 for
City.
17 from 3. You end up getting
Yeah.
blown out. Kind of hard to overcome that.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
We haven't even talked about the biggest game yet from the ACC SEC Challenge.
No, you want to talk
Duke,
about it?
Florida. Duke, Florida. And this game was happening right as we were getting ready to record on Tuesday night for our color. Florida only played 7 players, just for reference.
I'm definitely keeping track of that now.
Yeah. But this game, I watched the first half before we got on to record, and Florida really struggled in the first half. It looked like their guards just weren't able to keep up with Duke, and it's definitely a difference in their guards from last year when they had that 3-headed monster backcourt, obviously led by Walter Clayton Jr. And their guards this year just aren't as good. Boogie Fland ended up having a pretty good second half. He actually hit a 3 to take the lead with about 30 seconds left. But then Duke came back down, hit a 3, and then Florida wasn't able to get a shot off on their last possession. So it was a good game. Cameron Boozer, he's the favorite for National Player of the Year right now. He had 29 points, 6 boards, 2 assists. He's pretty damn good.
I'm gonna go into a PMT here. Is Cam Boozer as good as his dad?
At this point, no. No.
Okay, I had to ask it. I mean, I don't know what Carlos Boozer's stats were.
I'm looking up Carlos Boozer's college stats right now because I'm pretty sure he was awesome.
He was awesome in college. He was
all right.
awesome.
As
He
a
had
freshman,
very good NBA career.
As a freshman, probably not as good, but he still averaged 13 and 6.
So no, not as good as his dad. Yeah,
I mean, his stats are better than his dad this year, but I mean, he averaged 13 and 6 on a team that featured players such as Shane Battier, Jay Williams, Mike Dunleavy.
that was a stacked team.
It was, yes.
Dang, Dunleavy with the 3. Shout out Michael Dunleavy. Man, that was a squad.
They did win the NCAA tournament the next year.
Is there any way that Boozer doesn't win Player of the Year?
Yeah. Oh yeah. There's definitely
Braden Smith.
Yeah, he's the way.
Braden Smith.
Yeah, I was actually looking at the odds for that earlier.
What are the odds? Let the people know, David. People want to know the odds.
It is. Where the heck? Yeah, Boozer at plus 160 right now, and then Braden Smith at plus 550, and then it drops off, and then there's a bunch of players grouped together.
That's still a big difference.
The next 4 are Yaxel Lendenborg, from the guy from Michigan, Caleb Wilson, freshman from North Carolina, Mikael Brown Jr., freshman from Louisville, and AJ DeFonsa, freshman from BYU. So out of the top 6 in odds, 4 of them are freshmen, true freshmen.
That's interesting. It's usually that way, though. It's normally like that. Like when you have a good class like the one that has.
Yeah, I mean, I think this class is special.
Okay.
Yeah, I wish I cared about the NBA because
Yeah,
if I cared about the
because we
NBA,
shit on him earlier.
I would be all over the draft this next year.
Oh yeah, absolutely. That's that's interesting. The power rankings for National Player of the Year too, according to ESPN, DeBonds is at second too. That's very interesting for the power rankings. I mean, of course,
For
Boozer's
National
first.
Player of the Year?
Oh, Freshman of the Year. Sorry, not national.
Yeah, that
You were
makes
sharing
more
national.
sense.
Yeah, that's a big difference. That is a
Right now,
big
Ken
difference.
KenPom has an algorithm that I don't really know how it's
Okay.
calculated, but it's the KenPom
Yeah.
Player of the Year rating, and currently Cam Boozer is at 2.3.
Okay.
Again, don't know what that number means, but the next closest guy's at 1.6, and then a bunch of guys are like 1.5, 1.3. So he's
Huh.
like almost a full point ahead of everybody else, and then everybody else is kind
Right.
of grouped together, is what I'm saying. So
Huh.
that's pretty interesting. The second guy there is Joshua Jefferson from Iowa State.
Joshua Jefferson.
Joshua Jefferson. Everybody knows about Joshua Jefferson.
Yeah.
He's actually been a stud, dude.
Really?
Yeah, his points 14, 20, 18, 23, 17, 18, 13, 24.
Hmm.
Pretty good. And he's
That is
averaging right
pretty
around
good.
10 rebounds and probably 6 assists per game, too.
Oh shoot.
Yeah.
Baller. Hope.
Baller.
David, there's something that we haven't talked about too much is mid-majors. And there are some good mid-majors this year. Obviously, I don't consider the usual two, Gonzaga and St. Mary's. Everyone wants to bring them up every freaking year. So we're not going to talk too much about that, folks. But we do want to talk a little bit about Santa Clara. David, I didn't realize Santa Clara had a bag of NIL money that has been stored for this program.
Who's providing that money? Is it Steve Nash?
I don't know.
Could be.
It could be.
But yeah, they've
He's
got themselves a pretty damn good team.
Yeah.
They beat
definitely-
Minnesota by 11 last week. You know who couldn't do that?
Indiana.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, Santa Clara's already got 3 wins over top 100 teams in KenPom. Their lone loss is to St. Louis, who another mid-major team. They're actually ranked 44th on KenPom, and that was a buzzer beater. Maybe not buzzer beater. Last second shot by St. Louis to take that game in a neutral site
Yeah.
on Thanksgiving Day. Yeah, Santa Clara looks legit. Former Arizona State head coach Herb Sendek is the man at the helm at Santa Clara.
They have a game coming up on national television on the 13th, David. They play Arizona State at home in the Jack Jones Classic. I'll tune in for that one.
Not
Because
at
I
home.
definitely Well, true. They're the
They might
home
be listed
team.
second. I'm looking
Yeah.
on KenPom. It's a neutral game.
Yeah, it is a neutral game. Sorry about that.
It's in
But
Vegas.
Oh, that'll be fun.
This is a revenge game for Herb Sendek, though.
I know. I was just thinking that as you said that. I'm sure that is very heavily circled in his mind. But yeah, I mean, they're
Honestly,
definitely a team.
That's not going to be one of the biggest games that day,
No?
but that'll be a fun under the radar game to watch to see how they perform against
A Power 4 team.
Power 4 team in Arizona
Yeah.
State, who competed pretty well in Maui too.
Yeah. Man. I love college basketball so much. Just gets me juiced. I think another team too that a lot of people forget about is High Point. High Point last year, I'm not comparing apples to oranges, but High Point was in the tournament last year, and I believe a lot of people had them as an upset in the first round. Forget who they played last year, I'll be honest. In the
Oh,
tournament,
come on. You remember.
Do I remember?
You should.
Was it Texas Tech?
No.
Who was it?
It was
Let me know.
Purdue.
Oh.
Yeah, and they were a trendy
Yeah.
upset pick. They ended up, it was a decently tight game the whole time, and they ended up getting beat pretty easily.
Yeah, it was pretty easily.
But
I
yeah,
did not
they
think
look
Purdue
pretty
was.
good. They're ranked pretty highly in KenPom at 82.
Ooh,
Two pretty not great losses though.
who they lose to?
UAB on the road by 17, and then Southern Illinois at home.
Dang,
Yeah.
that's another. According to College Insider too, on their top 25 mid majors, there's one that kind of shocks me at number 3. David, do you see that? Yale.
Is that Yale?
That is Yale. Yale.
Yeah.
That's shocking to me. In a good way.
Yeah. Yale, they've been good. It seems like every year for the past maybe half decade.
Yeah.
They have a big game in 3 weeks against Alabama. At Alabama. That could
really?
Yeah.
Oh, jeez. That could be a gauntlet of
Their lone loss right now is to Archie Miller's Rhode Island Rams. Is that what they are? Rams? Are they the Rams?
They're the Rams, baby. I was telling you about their cool arena. I still think we should take a trip out there. That would be fun. The arena looks sick. The arena looks sick. You should look up Google pictures, listeners and viewers of that arena.
I'd love to just go to Rhode Island.
I know. I was actually thinking that.
But it needs to be during the summer, so that doesn't really jive with the basketball thing.
No, it doesn't. But I mean, it's tough because they haven't played like too many good teams. But yeah, that Alabama. I mean, I guess they do have wins against Charleston, Green Bay. I just don't know how good those teams are.
Right.
They beat Akron by 3.
And Akron's decent.
I know, that's what I mean. Like, it's not, but they're not like, Power 4 teams. So it's interesting the Alabama game.
But the mark of a good mid-major too is they just win the games in front of them. Even against lesser competition, they just win the games.
Yeah, that's good. That's a good take. I agree with that. I definitely agree with that.
College Insider's mid-major top 25. I'm interested to see what you think about the Atlantic 10 Conference. Are they not a mid-major conference? Because they are not represented on this thing.
Maybe they got promoted.
But then what are
they? To me,
they're
they
not
are
a high major conference.
They're a mid-major conference. They are not a high major conference.
Another one that's not on here is
Dayton's
the Mountain
good.
West. The Mountain West, I think, is probably closer to like the high majors. They routinely get 4 or 5 teams in the tournament. The A10, though, they're lucky if they get more than 2 per year. But this year they're looking pretty decent.
Yeah.
I mean, the team when I brought up this topic earlier, the team I wanted to call out was George Mason.
Right.
They're 9-0.
Who have they played?
They have not played anybody from a power conference, but they have also played a bunch of games against quality mid-majors.
Yeah, I mean,
so just going off of KenPom rankings here, they've played Winthrop, they're 106. Florida Atlantic, they're 118. James Madison, 177. Cornell, 162. All respectable mid-major programs.
Yeah, it's respectable, but it's not like a top 7.
But what I just said, like I was just saying,
you got to win games in front of you. I agree, but
you got to win the games in front of you.
But you do have to win one, like being a great mid-majors, winning those 1 or 2, like.
I agree, and if they end up going 26-5 with 5 conference losses, they're not making it as a at-large team.
Yeah, no, there's just
But they have a big game against Virginia Tech this weekend. That is one again. This weekend's loaded, but that's one that will be on my radar.
They have one of the greatest tournament runs of all time too. So
yeah, and their coach Tony Skinn from that team.
Really?
Yes.
Do they still the super baggy
the other day.
Shorts?
No. I was thinking about Tony Skinn the other day. He He went to George Mason. I was thinking he could turn George Mason into the Gonzaga of the East Coast.
Oh,
The A10's a quality
it is.
conference, and
Yeah.
he's improved this team every year, and they look
Huh.
pretty good this year too. I watched one of their games last week against Florida Atlantic, and it was a feast week game. And they looked pretty solid.
Huh.
They're my team to watch for the rest of the year.
Yeah, I mean that's a good take, David, on them. That
And
is
the A10,
excellent.
the A10 is going to be fun. Like I was saying, they've got VCU, who you're in love with.
I
St.
do
Louis,
love
who we just
VCU a
talked
lot.
about, is a
They
pretty
play
good team. They
hard,
beat Santa
man.
Clara. They do. Then they've got George Mason and George Washington. The Georges are both pretty decent this year. They got Dayton in there. They got
I
Archie
love
Miller's Rhode
Dayton.
Island Rams.
I love Dayton.
Richmond, I think, just had a big win. Didn't Richmond just beat somebody?
That is
Richmond beat
something I would love to
Belmont.
do. That is something I would also love to do with the boys as well, David. Go to a first 4 game in Dayton. It would be rocking.
Oh, I would never do that.
It would be rocking.
I despise the first 4. It's also not
I
going to
know you
exist
do.
next year.
I know, but I'm just be
I would
rocking.
go. I would go.
Yeah, I was gonna say you would not
I'd go.
not go. Let's talk about Saturday, December 6th, real quick, David. Saturday, big day in sports, especially for the Indiana Hoosiers, like we talked about earlier.
Before we get to
Big-
Saturday, tomorrow night,
Yeah.
Friday night, the night this
Okay.
drops, the night this episode right here drops,
It will drop, yes.
neutral site game, Gonzaga, Kentucky,
I'll be a
in
good one.
Nashville, Tennessee. Should be a fun
Okay.
one. Put that
Yeah.
on while you're watching the American Conference Champion North Texas. You got
Yeah,
yourself one
hell
hell of a
yeah.
night.
Yeah, that is
But yeah,
a great
Saturday.
night.
It's a damn good weekend for sports.
It's a great weekend for sports. It is an absolute great one. There are some lines that are not out for these games, but I'm going to go first with Iowa State playing Purdue. Purdue is a 5.5 point favorite. I don't even have the over and under because it's not in DraftKings on ESPN. So going to shout them out real quick for that. Thanks, guys, for that. But Purdue is a 5.5 point favorite. I'm all over Purdue. I just, it's a big game. They're at home, right? I'm assuming.
Yeah, it's at Mackey.
Yeah, on national. Yeah, they're not losing this. They're not losing this.
Give me the Cyclones.
I knew you were gonna do it. I knew
Dude,
you were
we
gonna do
just
it.
talked about how much of a stud Joshua Jefferson is. Give me that
Yeah.
guy over Braden Smith.
I don't know, man. Smith
Braden
is
Smith-
nasty.
Braden Smith hasn't been scoring lately. People aren't talking about it enough. He doesn't score
Oh.
anymore.
Doesn't score
He doesn't score.
like at all. Like not even a point.
Oh, well, he scores a little. He scores a little bit.
Come on, man. He's got to score.
They're past 4 games. He had 16 a couple nights ago
Okay.
at Rutgers. Great. 16, not too bad. You'll take that any day.
I was about to
3
say,
games
I'm
before
like,
that,
you can't get mad.
5, 10, and 5.
I mean,
Now on the flip side,
they played. What was it? Eastern
well,
Illinois.
one of those was and one of those was Texas Tech, and the other one was Memphis in that Bahamas tournament. That's
Okay,
I mean,
that's valid. Yeah,
yeah.
Can't be doing that in big games.
On the flip side, he's averaging about 10 assists per game, and he's going for the all-time assist record in college basketball.
Yeah,
So he might just be trying to pad the assist stats,
Pad
and then when
the
he needs to
stats,
score,
yeah.
he's gonna score.
it's not. It's not March yet. He's got to break records, David.
Right.
He's got to
Yeah,
break records.
get
So
it.
can you blame the guy of not
no,
wanting?
you can't.
Yeah,
blame him.
yeah. I mean, he's doing behind the backs and
You got to
in
mention
transition.
that dude. That pass
Dude, I made a reel on it.
behind the back, between 2 guys, directly to his big man.
And we're Indiana fans saying this, and people think,
was
"Oh, they're Purdue
sick.
fans." No, we just know ball and know good basketball. Yeah,
My heart's
We
in
love-
Bloomington.
Yeah, we love Bloomington, man. But we see good basketball, and even if it's our rival, we're gonna talk about it. So, but yeah, it was a crazy pass.
Go Cyclones.
Yeah, okay. I mean, I wouldn't be mad about it, but
Yeah, you would. You want your take to be right that Purdue's going to go undefeated.
I mean, I do want it to be right, but at the same time, the one school we can't stand. So, I mean, that's spoiler.
If on the 50th anniversary of the 1976 Indiana Hoosiers going undefeated, being the last undefeated national champion, Purdue does it, I'm going to be pissed.
That's what every Purdue fan wants to.
Oh, it would be the ultimate, like, rub it in your face to, on the 50th anniversary, be the team to do it.
For sure. Oh, that would be brutal. That would be brutal. The biggest game in college basketball, Duke plays Michigan State in Lansing. Big game. Over and under is at 138.5. Looks like the matchup predictor has Duke 69.3% and Michigan State at 30.7. Since I don't have spreads in front of me.
The spread is 1.5 to Michigan State, minus 1.5.
Are you getting it from Action?
No, I have it on DraftKings.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you can access that.
So can you.
That's cool.
We've gone over this. You can too.
I'm not
you don't have to log in. I'm not logged in.
I'm not messing anything up, David.
You can still look at the app. You're allowed to look at the app.
I love DraftKings too, and I'm just trying not to get banned because I'm not doing that again. I'm not doing that again.
Look at the app without logging in. You're on a computer right now. You could type in DraftKings.com.
Oh.
It will never know who you are.
Yes, it is at 1.5. I'm gonna take the home team. I'm taking Sparty in this one. It's gonna be it's gonna be a great close game though.
Yep, I'm with you. I think this will be an awesome game at noon, right alongside Iowa State Purdue. That noon slate with those two, and then there's definitely a football game.
There's so much in sports. Yeah, it's a Big 12 championship going on.
12, that's right. Texas Tech BYU, that's right. What an unreal 12 o'clock slate. That's awesome.
There is so much sports going on. It's absolutely insane. On that day, it's just it's crazy. Obviously, we talked about Louisville and Indiana. The spread's 5.5. Over under sits at 157.5. I'm on the Hoosiers plus 5.5. It's up.
I'm on the over.
Okay.
We just talked about how Louisville loves chucking threes. The Breeze went 3 for 10 from downtown last night.
That's big. 157.5. How high would you go?
168.
You think they score 80 points? I think this would be a close game.
Louisville's game against Arkansas last night was 89-80. That's 169.
Okay, that's a solid take.
It's going to be fast paced. It's going to be a lot of threes.
Yeah.
Good sight lines because it's in what's that place called now? Gamebridge? Is that what it's called these days?
Yeah. Gamebridge. Yeah. They switched it up
anymore.
Yeah, you got to switch it up because you got to take the highest paycheck. Kind of like the portal. You got to go back in the portal and just see who's throwing money at you. Take the bag. Anyways, Illinois plays Tennessee that day as well at 7:00. Illinois is a 2.5 point underdog. Over and under sits at 150.5. I'm all over Illinois on this one. I think Illinois dominates this game.
I would be.
Okay.
But Tennessee is coming off a loss at Syracuse in the ACC SEC Challenge the other night. I think Tennessee is going to be pissed off, and I think they're going to come ready.
That's true. That's a good angle. I like that angle. It's a good angle. But I still got the Fighting Illini. Love the Big Ten. Anyways, on to Auburn playing Arizona. Arizona's a 7.5 point favorite. Over under is at 161.5. I'm all over the Wildcats at home. All over them. I think they easily cover that spread. I hate taking a lot of favorites, but Overton's hot, but I still think.
I think Arizona's a little overhyped.
Oh, okay. Feed into that a little bit.
I think we are giving them a lot of credit for 2 wins this year. The one was opening night against Florida, where they looked
Okay.
great,
Yeah.
and one was against Connecticut. Those two games, though, that was against a Florida team who was coming off a national championship and trying to replace their entire backcourt. First game of the season, still working through some things, and we can tell even when they played Duke the other night, they're still working through some things.
Yeah.
And then their other win, that other big win was against UConn when UConn was missing their leading scorer, Terrace Reed, and their 5-star freshman, Braylon Mullins. I think Arizona's a little overhyped here. I will take Auburn, definitely plus the 7.5. I think I'd even sprinkle a little bit on the money line.
You heard it there, folks. Sprinkle a little on the money line. David feels a little dangerous, apparently, with that.
That's right.
With the Auburn Tigers. With the Auburn Tigers. Well, we appreciate you guys tuning in, listening. Obviously, a big day in sports, December 6th.
Bunch of other
this
games too that we
Saturday.
didn't even get to that are
Yeah.
going to mean so much when it comes tournament time. There's a lot of bubble teams playing each other on Saturday. We don't even need to
Yes.
list all of them off. Just go look.
There's
Big one though for
tons.
George Mason at Virginia Tech. That's a big one. But bunch of big games. It's going to be
Ole
one
Miss,
hell of a
St.
slate.
John's. There's just too many games to talk about, every single one. Definitely tune in to some of those. Probably one of the biggest day in sports this year. So don't miss it. From college football championships to great college basketball games to even mid-majors playing solid teams that can be reflected in March on their resume. So tune in and watch, and we'll see you in the next one. Thanks for tuning in, listening, watching, wherever you're at. We'll see you in the next one. Peace.
The 5 armed and